welcome to Career Accelerator Hacks Live. We've obviously had some blooming technical issues. We were about to just revert and go to Facebook or something, weren't we? But we've made it.
We have.
We have. I am not on my own. As you can see, I'm joined by my amazing friend, Sian. I will ask you to do a proper introduction of yourself in a minute, but I just wanted to take this time to say thank you so much to everyone who listens, watches, engages, comes back week after week. I get so many amazing messages, like DMs, through all the channels. And I can't believe I've been doing this literally every single week for a whole year. So this is the last one of 2021. I'm hanging up my laptop for a couple of weeks and taking a well-deserved break. But yeah, I just wanted to thank everyone so much. And Sian, you've kind of been with me every step of the way, haven't you?
From day one, I remember I won a competition to join Scotch, and it's the best competition I've ever won.
That's amazing. So we're here today to talk about the side hustle, setting up a successful side hustle. And I really want to share your story with everyone, Sian, because it is so amazing. We've done this on Instagram before. It's the first time we've taken this to LinkedIn. So are you able to give us, well, firstly, I would say an introduction. I can't, so I'm going to be like this all day now, aren't I? An introduction.
Of course. Well, I'm Sian Louise, and I'm the founder and formulator of Skincare, which stands for Organic, Biodegradable, Vegan, Sustainable Skincare.
Oh, fantastic. And what took you, well, actually, no, before we even get to like the setting up the side hustle, talk to me about your kind of career history and what got you to the point of essentially setting the business up.
Okay, well, I started off all the years ago as a nursery nurse because I love helping people and caring for people. Then I decided to go to uni to do a degree and master's in psychology. I wanted to be a professor of psychology so I could help people with their mental health. That was when I was diagnosed with dyslexia, which put up an instant barrier, which thought, right, I can't do a PhD now. At the time, I didn't know anyone who had dyslexia who did a PhD. So I got my master's and then I fell into recruitment, and I've been doing that for 10 years, and that really satisfied my passion for helping people because I was able to get people jobs, and that is the best feeling ever. So yeah, I'm still in recruitment at the moment, part-time, and then ops is my part-time side hustle, and that is my number one passion now. Like I always say, so there's the most two important days in your life are when you were born and when you find out why you were born. And about a year ago, I found out why I was born.
That's just incredible. So talk to us about kind of that moment, because I think, you know, and especially with the career coaching that I do, I speak with a lot of women and men, but the majority I work with is women. And a lot of them kind of feel a little bit like I'm in a job and, you know, potentially like you or me, like you've been doing it for a long, long time. It becomes part of your identity. How do you then make that switch to think, actually, there's something else out here? There's an itch that needs scratching that I can't ignore. How did that kind of come about for you?
Well, first of all, it was getting over the imposter syndrome, which you help with. I've always thought that I would love to run my own business, but where do you start? I didn't know if I had that sort of spirit in me, but that's because I didn't find my passion for something. So the pivoting moment for me was when I made this cream that cleared up my adult acne and my friend's baby's nappy rash, to get that feedback that I've actually changed someone's life and my own and given myself confidence. That was the moment when it switched, and I thought, right, okay, this is my calling. This is now, I need to make something of this because other people need to use this.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's that kind of burning desire, like, you know, which is at the core of you, is just to help. So talk me through the kind of adult acne then, because again, a lot of adults actually suffer with it, don't they? I had absolutely terrible skin as a teenager, and I'm thankful that mine's actually cleared up. But it took years and years and years and lots of quite severe intervention, I would say, to kind of really kind of clear my skin up. So where did yours kind of come from?
Well, 2 years ago, I was doing IVF. which unfortunately resulted in 2 miscarriages. But I have turned that negative into a positive. So at the time of doing IVF, the hormones, and that's why like teenagers and menopausal women get acne, is mainly because of the hormones, especially if it's around your jawline. And my confidence was at an all-time low. And obviously doing IVF, I wanted to be as healthy as possible. And I am a hippie at heart, scientifically minded, you know, so I wanted to make sure that everything I was buying was organic and vegan and sustainable and plastic free. And I was just being greenwashed at the time because I was buying stuff online, spending a lot of money. And then I realized that for something to be classed as organic, legally you can just put 5% in. And I thought, so I was looking at things with the Soil Association Cosmos organic logo on it, which means it has to be more than 5% organic, basically. And anyway, nothing was working to clear my acne. I changed my diet, plant-based diet, nothing was helping. Even the doctors prescribed me some tablets, Sally, and the side effects on there said could cause infertility whilst I was doing IVF. So I was like, right. Okay, so that's when I got to work and I did lots and lots of research and diplomas. And this was just as the first lockdown came around. So I had a lot more time in my hands to do some research. And I thought, right, let's look at natural ingredients and their skincare benefits. And wow, like I opened up a whole can of worms of that. And it was just so interesting. And obviously it was just a hobby at the time. And I brought a few bits from here and there, put together some formulations, which some of them, wow, really bad. complete failures. And then I just stumbled across this formulation. Luckily I wrote it down. I called it Sian's healing cream, and it cleared up my acne within a week. And my friends were saying, wow, Sian, give me what are you using? Give me the link, how can I buy it? I said, well, do you know what? I just made it myself in my kitchen. And one of my best friends at the time had just had a newborn, and he had really bad nappy rash. And she said, can I just try some of your cream on his bum? What can go wrong? It's all natural. And I made sure everything was organic. I said, okay, at this time, it wasn't tested by a lab. So I thought, oh, okay, give it a go. And my God, Sally, it cleared up overnight. She sent me the before and after pictures. I couldn't believe it. And that's when I was like, right, okay, this is serious. I can't just keep this to myself. I need to make this available for everyone. So I sent out to all my friends and family little testers. I know I sent you one.
I got some family,
Yeah. And then when I get all the feedback, that's when I took it to Oxford Biosciences lab to get tested to make sure that it is 100% safe. And then I sent it off to Soil Association Cosmos Organic to get that logo to say, yeah, it is 100% natural and organic. Then I sent it to the Vegan Society and they said, yeah, it's 100% vegan. And I thought, right, what next? Cruelty free. I want to make sure that every ingredient I use from the start to the finish is not tested on animals. So then I got that passed as well. And then that is when I thought, right, now this is serious. I've got ticked all the boxes. I was ready to launch it as a business.
That's incredible. And I think actually, you know, your passion is then backed up by actually doing everything how it should be. That real kind of doer in you, isn't it? And that real process of actually what boxes do I need to be ticked. I think anyone can really, and there's nothing wrong with anyone, you know, knocking something up in their kitchen and selling it. There isn't anything wrong with that. But your brand has just had that real kind of professional stamp on it from the outset, hasn't it? Why was that so important to you?
Because I wanted people to take me seriously for a start. And I had the vision of OBS basically in the middle of the night. And I thought, right, if I'm going to go for this, I want to make sure it's very gender neutral, because I've got a lot of friends who are male who suffer from skin concerns, but they're too embarrassed to use skincare and they don't want to go to the doctors for it. They're stubborn. Like my dad, he's got like dermatitis on his hands and he refuses to use anything, but obviously he uses OBS and he's not embarrassed to use it. So I had to make sure that it was very clean cut, very simple. Like I said, I am a hippie, but I didn't want to look like I was making it from my kitchen, because I don't now. My husband made me this bespoke lab in our garden, and I've got a whole area where it's some sort of sterile, like a kitchen area with all my mixers. And then I've got my little office area. So it's nice to think that I can come out and I'm in my lab and I spend all my time in my lab, which my husband doesn't complain about. He was just so annoyed with the amount of mess I was making in the kitchen. He was like, right, I believe in you, Sian, so I'm going to make you a lab. So that's where I am now.
That's just amazing, isn't it? And I know that I can't ask you to look around the lab today because you're in the middle of making product. But this lab, for anyone, and what we will do as well, we'll put the links on here as to Sian's Insta and Facebook. And also, I know that you're doing a little bit more on LinkedIn now, because actually your setup is so impressive. It's just amazing. I just think, it is, I like the hairnet, the lab, the boots, the gloves, you can see your orders being kind of packaged up, which I think is brilliant. So, and also, appreciate for, and for what we're talking about today, setting up your side hustle. You don't have to have that in order to have a successful business, but it's just really kind of grown arms and legs, hasn't it, in terms of the setup?
Yeah, and you really just need to have that passion behind it. So where I don't have children at the moment, Ob's skincare is my baby. So I am looking after it and nurturing it like I would a child. I know it sounds ridiculous, but like when I launched a new balm recently, it was like on the lead up, I felt like I was, this is going to sound so weird, but it felt like I was pregnant with something. Yeah. And then when I had my launch party and people were bringing me gifts and they were queuing up out the door to talk to me, which was mental, I felt like that was almost like a baby shower, know? So that's why I think, I put so much effort into making everything as professional as I can, is because I have got such a belief in the products that I make and myself. And you really have to believe in yourself, because absolutely no one else will believe in you as much as you do yourself. You can't wait around for someone else to give it to you on a plate. You have to go out and get it.
So with that in mind, what advice have you got to anyone who, maybe who was like you at the beginning of your journey, that doesn't really have a lot of self-belief, and you were suffering from imposter? What advice would you give someone?
Well, you're never going to be ready, Sally. You're never, ever going to be ready. So just go for it. What is the worst that can happen? Get yourself out there and try and be as resilient as you can. I mean, I say that, I am terrified of getting a bad review. That is like someone calling my baby ugly, right? So that's what I'm trying to get over at the moment. Touch wood, I haven't had a bad review yet, but obviously, of course, as things grow, it's not going to be for everyone, and there's trolls and whatever. But I'm trying to prepare myself and be resilient. And also things like when I'm emailing out my story to, I don't know, journalists, for example, some might come back and say, no, that's boring, it's not something we want to talk about, or it's too triggering, or something like that. So it's trying to overcome setbacks like that. And the imposter syndrome, just believe in yourself, go for it. And also, you can't wear all of the hats, which I've learned recently. So with my dyslexia, oh my God, some of the challenges, Sally, especially the admin when it comes to the Cosmic Soil Association, Vegan Society, Leaping Bunny, obviously there's got to be a lot of admin work and a lot of paperwork, which is great, because that means that everyone who's got that logo are legit. They've gone through a lot of effort to do that. But I found that really, really hard. And blog posts, luckily I've got our lovely Carly from the Scotch Collective helping with Virgo marketing, little plug there. She's helping me with some of the blogs and some of the writing, because that just takes me so long, and I'm much better off researching and formulating the skincare, sticking to what I'm good at, and letting other people who I trust, which is quite hard as well. You need to find people who have the same voice as you. So when she writes something, it's almost like it's coming from me,
Yeah, I think it is definitely about building those kind of relationships. And just for a little bit of context for people who are watching, and we'll talk about the Scotch Collective actually in a minute, but Carly, who I run the Scotch Collective with, also runs a marketing company, and so works with ladies like Sian and women business owners to do the stuff that they're not in flow doing. And I think that's such an important thing to mention, because again, through a lot of the coaching work I do, I also feel like as we get older and we become more aware of who we are, what we're about, and actually what we're good at, you're absolutely right. Why would you spend your time on an admin task when you're not in flow? It's not what you enjoy doing. Yes, it's going to help push that business, but if you focus all your time and energy on formulating these incredible products, the marketing, the creativity that goes behind your brand, that's what makes you you. Any other organization would have other people supporting it. And what I love in terms of the markets and the networks that we've tapped into is that there are other female entrepreneurs out there who are picking up those tasks and saying, I'm really good at that. I'm really good at creating content. I'm really good at marketing. I'm really good at, writing blog posts. So you do your bit and then just outsource the bits that you don't want to me. And I think it's a bit of a game changer, isn't it, when you are a solopreneur and trying to do everything?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So talk to me about the products that you've developed. So you started off with one cream.
Yes, which is now called the Intensive Skin Recovery Cream. And that is the one with all the reviews. And that's the one that's helping with acne and eczema, psoriasis, nappy rash. And it's suitable for babies from birth as well. And then to supplement that, I've got the Naked Organic Moisturizer, which is more of, it's not for sores. So the Intensive Skin is more like a natural pseudo-creme, if you like. So it's quite thick. But it's not a moisturizer. So the Naked Moisturizer, it's fragrance free and it's completely natural. So it's just got organic unrefined shea butter from a women's institute in Ghana, where they get a fair trade and a good wage.
Wow.
And then organic safflower oil, arrowroot, organic arrowroot, which is a powder, which just makes it not too greasy, basically, and vitamin E. So I try to keep it as simple as possible, simple ingredients, but the best quality ingredients you can get.
Yeah.
And then I thought, I don't mind a bit of fragrance, and I love the natural benefits of essential oils. So I created a morning mandarin organic moisturizer. So the exact same ingredients, but with 1% organic mandarin oil, and then an evening lavender, where again 1% organic lavender essential oil. And that one I like to use at the night because it just helps me go to sleep. The morning one, obviously in the morning, but the natural cleanse, the natural moisturizer, I actually use it as a cleanser at the moment, because I'm actually formulating a cleanser, an oil-based cleanser. But in the meantime, the Naked Moisturizer, use that with a warm cloth, and it takes off waterproof makeup instantly. It's brilliant. So it's like a 2-in-1.
I didn't know that. Talk to me about what the product that you're developing at the moment. Is it the soap bar or is it the shampoo bar? What's the poster I saw last week? It really made me laugh.
Oh God, yeah, that was a complete. I'm still working on that one. That was the shampoo bar. When I shared the picture of my hair so dry, so I've managed to save it by formulating another one with a bit more castor oil. But what I went wrong with the shampoo bar is I put too much coconut oil in there, and actually, contrary to popular belief, coconut oil can actually be drying because it doesn't let the moisture soak into your hair strands properly. So I'm still working on that one. That might be a good year of formulation, but I have just launched my organic balm, which is for lips, nips, and dry bits.
I love the name.
Yeah, that's the natural alternative to petroleum jelly, because I recently found out, like back in the 1800s, on the oil refineries, when they're refining petrol, all the gunk that was coming off was petroleum jelly. People are using it on their skin and their lips, and it's highly flammable. It's obviously not sustainable. Wow. And I thought, my God, I've been putting that on my lips for years. And I know some of my breastfeeding friends were using it on their cracked nipples. So I thought, right, I need to make a natural alternative. So I got to work about a year ago, and I've just launched it now. That seems to be going down really well. I keep selling out. That's what I was making earlier. That's why the lab's a mess. And then I made one for my little Sniffy dog, because she gets really dry pores, especially in this weather. I put a little bit of organic neem oil in it, so that's like a natural flea repellent, and she loves it, and it's safe for her to lick, and it's safe for babies. So when you put it on your cracked nipples, if you're running, you might chafe from running, or if you're breastfeeding, You don't need, the baby doesn't need, the baby can latch with it on. You don't need to wipe it off, which I found astonishing that a lot of creams people are using on their nipples for breastfeeding. It's got lanolin in it, which is made from sheep's glands. And a lot of the time they had to wipe it off before baby latched. But the lab said, no, you can keep it on and it moisturizes the baby's lips while you're at it.
Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute. So how does the formulation process start? What does it start with, just an idea? And then how do you get it through the different iterations for it to then be right, that works?
Well, so yeah, the idea first, I'll see something that's not a natural product, but I want to make a natural alternative.
Yeah.
I'll look on the back of the Inky list, which is like the ingredients list, and think, right, okay, so I can use, instead of lanolin, I could use shea butter, or, you know, and find an alternative. And then I'll whack all the ingredients together. There is a bit of science behind it with the percentages, because, for example, essential oils, you're only allowed up to 1%, because some can be really volatile and bad for you. So then there's a lot of research gone into that. And then I will just test on myself and my poor husband until I get a formulation that I think has worked. Fine. And then I'll send it out to my close friends and family. And then when that's fine, I send it off to the lab. So, for example, at the moment, I've made a dry clay face mask, and the lab has just approved it this morning, Sally.
Oh, wow.
Just approved it, so I can send it off to all my testers. So I put out a Instagram and a Facebook post last week saying testers needed, you know, because obviously I'm not going to test on animals, so I need human participants. And I've had hundreds of people come back. Mate, hundreds. And I'm like, okay, I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But now the lab said yes, that's great. I can make loads, and I will send it all out to my guinea pigs, my human guinea pigs. To test. So then they test it and they come back with any sort of improvements I need to do. I note down all the improvements because I send a little questionnaire, and then as soon as I've got something that I think, right, that's it, then I'll send it to Soil Association, Vegan Society, Leaping Bunny, get that ticked off. My God, and then it's the whole photographs, putting it on the website, figuring out how much to charge for it. There is a lot, Sally, but it's so worth it. It's so worth it.
I just love how you come alive when you talk about it, and just watching your transformation of like, oh, I've got this idea, to where you are in just 12 months. I think it just goes to show that, you know, when you do find passion and you are in flow, it just grows arms and legs. It's almost like you just can't, you can't stop, which is just amazing, isn't it? This is how businesses start.
Yeah, I am putting too much on my plate though. I'd get something right, that's formulated. What's next? And I think, no, I need just to slow down and focus on this and make sure I've launched that properly. Like, for example, I've just launched a natural sea salt soap for dogs, and I was so keen to get it out because I love it and Smithy loves it. I forgot to do anything about launching it or telling people on Instagram and Facebook or doing a launch party. I just got it out there. I mean, really, I should have, told more people from a business point of view, if you like. But you live and you learn, and it seems to be selling well, but I think I need to do a bit more marketing behind it. But yeah, it's just, don't put too much. You've got so many ideas. And another bit of advice is make sure you got a notepad and pen next to your bed. So if you do wake up, you can note it down and then you can go back to sleep. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to sleep if you don't note it down. You think, oh, what if I forget?
Yeah, I think that's a fantastic idea. I think a lot of people use voice notes in their phones. I do. When I'm walking around, I'll be sending like recording myself voice notes, because I think as well, when you actually switch off from stuff, that's when you are more creative, because your brain is, your brain has the space to do that. So so let's talk about this Coach Collective then, because you've been I ran a competition for a group program that I was running called A Change in Direction, which I will be bringing back in the new year, actually. I think it's a great time of year to be doing it. And the Change in Direction was essentially centered towards people who were thinking, is this it? is there something else I can be doing? Have I got an idea that I can kind of run with? And you'd already had the idea, and I think you'd already formulated those kind of initial creams, hadn't you? Won this competition, then came into like a kind of 6-week program. Tell me about, or tell the audience what that was like as a participant, as opposed to me trying to deliver.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, first of all, it just gave me a whole lot of confidence. I was confident in my ability to make skincare, but I had no idea about getting it out to the general public and, you know, launching a business and doing these sort of things, you know, being present online, for example. Oh my God, I've never done one of these, you know, before I met you. But the whole collective, it was a community of like-minded women that got it. They just got what I was saying. And if I was having a day where I was like, oh, I can't do this, I don't know what I'm doing, they're like, yes, you do, Sian, you've come this far, come on. And we just build each other up. And also it's the network. It's sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know. And that's like, you know, for example, meeting Carly on this, and she's helped me so much with my social media and blogs and whatever, you know. And then you got Sarah, who she just gives you the best emotional support. It's just a place where I know on the WhatsApp group, for example, I can put in a success. And do you know what I love is that we don't compete, right? You can't compete with me, Sally, because I want you to win as well. You know, so there's no competition. So we're not trying to be showy offy, like the time when I was in Vogue, when I said to you, girl,
I was going to bring that up.
Just drop that in, clang. The first thing I did was when I went onto the WhatsApp group and I told you about it, and you were like, "Oh, this is amazing." Whereas, like with some maybe others, I might be a bit like, "Oh, I don't want to show off," but I'm kind of in vogue this month. And then on the other hand, I might have made a mistake somewhere along the line. I think, "Oh God, how do I fix this?" Or if I'm the imposter syndrome, you know, I need some confidence, I'll come to you guys. And it's just given me more than you can ever imagine, Sally. And I am so grateful. There's no way I would be this confident on sort of video like this, or where I am in my business without you. And thanks to everyone that nominated me for the competition.
Oh God, it was just amazing. But you know, equally, you're such an important part of it because you bring the energy, you support others. You know, I think you're right. When everyone's having a little bit of I can't do this, or oh my God, this has gone wrong, everyone's there going, okay, that's completely normal, that's completely natural. And it's everyone just kind of kicks into like kind of solutions focused mode, don't they? Like how we can help, how can we get you, you know, over this. We have had so many clangers in that group of people, myself included, not doing stuff right and going, okay, I won't be making that mistake next time. Or almost putting it out to the group to say, I've just done this, please don't make the same mistake of I've done. I've just spent all this money doing this when I absolutely didn't need to do that. Or it's just sharing experiences. But I think also having a place where you can celebrate success with no fear of judgment, I think is the most amazing thing that's come out of that group, genuinely. Because the group is open to anyone, by the way. You're more than welcome to join our Coach Collective. Doors are opening again in January. But it is something I'm honestly really, really proud of. I think when I started working with all my clients one-to-one, I recognized really, really early on that they all had the same challenges. And they were around imposter, lack of clarity, lack of confidence, lack of motivation, and all of that stuff kind of gets wrapped up in this really messy kind of ball, doesn't it? But when you start unpacking all that stuff and you're in a community of other women who feel the same way and you can resonate with them and really connect with them, it really just helps to kind of, you know, disperse the feelings that you have yourself, isn't it?
Yeah, and accountability as well.
Oh God, yeah, accountability for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I remember the Soul Association coming to you, the Soil Association coming to you, and you were like, ladies, I'm hacking it. And we were like, this is the most amazing opportunity. You're going to learn from them. And you're like, you are. I haven't really thought about it like that. And it completely just changed your mindset around approaching it, didn't it?
It really did. It made me realize that they're not coming in to find fault. They want to help me. Yeah, it really did. really helped.
Oh, right. Okay, let's talk about Vogue. I mean, oh my God. So how does one get in Vogue?
Darling, well, I thought someone was taking the mickey. I thought, oh, you're having me on it when they emailed me. I thought, oh,
Oh,
oh, come on. And this was what I think I had only launched. So I launched 6 months ago. This was about 3 months in, and I got this email from someone over in Vogue. And I thought, oh, yeah, whatever, it's a scam or something. And then I looked at the footer, like the signature, and I called them, and that was legit. And I researched the person on LinkedIn or whatever, and they were legit. And I thought, oh, hang on a minute. Because I don't know, I still don't know. I have to ask them how they found me. But basically, they said they found me and they loved everything that I stand for and all my ethics, and they love my brand. It's really on point at the moment. Can we feature you? I was like, oh, yes, you can. So yeah, and then I sent them some products and some photos and and the product descriptions, and yeah, they featured it 3 times now.
no. It's just,
So,
and do you get like an email to say it's going to be in this edition? Do they kind of tell you when it is going to be in?
yeah, so they told me it was in the next 3 editions, and then they send me the magazine before anyone else, before it goes on sale, so I can just double check it. And you know what's really cool, Sally? I'll put it up in my safe in my loft, right? They sent me, the Adele one. They did one, and it was
Yeah.
like, yeah. Well, the one they sent me, the front cover was of Adele, but it was a different picture of her, and it was really blurry. Like, I was like, they can't sell this, but it was because it was like a pre-copy. And I'm
Yeah.
thinking, oh, that might be worth a minute in the future. I'm like, God, eBay. So I kept that. Well, I kept them all. I'm going to put them on the wall at some point.
Um,
But yeah, so I honestly didn't believe it until I went out to buy the magazine. And I looked in the shop and I opened it and I did start crying. And like the shopkeeper commented, oh, love, you all right? I'm like, that's me. Well, not me, but that's my skincare. They're like, oh, like,
it's
yeah.
just making me emotional, like to
Yeah.
think how, and I think, this is why I really wanted to get you on today. I think at this time of year, there are so many people who feel dissatisfied or undervalued in their job, have got these little ideas that, don't go away, but we don't do anything with them. This started from you having one idea, and look what's happened. It's
Yeah.
just incredible. You're such an inspiration. Honestly, I'm getting emotional now. I just think it's such an inspiration. And I think what I also want to use my platform for is to be showing women that normal women like meaning, like we're no different from anyone else, are we? Genuinely,
Mm-hmm.
we've known each other for a
Mm-hmm.
long, long time,
Mm-hmm.
but we're no different from anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
If we can do it, if you can do it, if you can run a business on
Yeah.
the side and get featured in Vogue and feel that you're getting up every single day with passion and purpose and you're helping people, which is really what's at your core, then anyone can do it.
Yeah, as long as you stay true to yourself, be authentic. Don't try and be someone you're not.
Yeah.
And you don't need a load of money behind you at all. Well, we invested our third round of IVF savings into this business because of the lab. But if I didn't have the lab, I could still start from scratch in the kitchen. So if you've just got that passion, just go for it. Just go for it.
Yeah. Oh, it's so inspirational. Thank you so much. Right. So talk to me about the month of December. Has it been crazy busy?
It's been mental, Sally. It's been mental. Right, so what I did is I thought, well, I'll get some Christmas gifts out. I had a lot of people ask me, can you put this, this, and this together in a box for me? It's like, okay. So that was a great idea that someone gave me. So I've been putting it into like boxes like this. I'll put a little mandarin and a little lavender on there. So yeah, obviously they're all on the website, or you can get them just individual like that. So yeah, all of these. Oh, and I got these. You like my new logo for Christmas?
Oh my God, that's so cute.
So I got those little Christmas cards that I put in with the gift boxes, and there is an option at checkout for people to put a message for me to write for them. But my handwriting is terrible, so it might be best for me to leave it blank and you write it yourself. But and then I put in these little seeded notes. So you plant these, and it's got little wildflowers in them. So that's my little thank you note.
That is so cute. That's so sweet.
And I've just got a little guide here, but I mean, I've just updated with the photo. I don't know if you can see that, but look at that before and after.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mental. That's what I live for, Sally. When people send me that, this little boy was in so much pain. He was getting sent home from school because he couldn't work because he had so much bleeding from his eczema. And then his mum tried my stuff, and within a week he's back at school and he's happy and he's not scratching. And I'm like, what more can you want from life? You know, it's just.
I don't think there is anything else you could want from life. I don't think that is it.
Mate, honestly, and I swear to God, when I get that ping to say that I've had a review through, my stomach's like, oh my God, and I get so more excited than I do when I get the Shopify ping for a sale. Like, to get that review is just making my absolute life, and I'm so grateful for everyone that does that for me.
I feel like I need to write a review. I haven't written a review. I need to write a review. I'm going to write a review. My house is covered in your products. I know. Well, everyone that does leave a review gets a surprise discount code, and I've got one for Scotch, so it's Scotch 15. So you're all welcome to use it, and it's 15% off. Oh, bless you. Thank you so much. Right, in the comments below, we are going to put your website so people can buy. When is the last time they're going to get Christmas delivery?
20th of December, because I send everything tracked 48 hours.
Okay.
So it's all tracked and it's 48 hours. So by the 20th of December, get your orders in and they'll be there before Christmas.
Oh, fantastic. We need to do this time next year. I want to see what, you'll be like taking me on some like kind of tour of this, like all these people working for you.
Oh my God, can you imagine?
Wow, honestly, I'm happy to invest. I believe in you. I believe in you. I really do. Thank you for being you. Thank you for your continued support, your energy, the support you give other people. Thank you for following your passion. Seeing you so happy makes me happy. So thank you.
Oh, thank you, mate. I owe a lot of it to you. I really do.
Darling, you don't. We've helped each other. You've been an absolute rock to me. So I really appreciate you. So thank you so much.
Thanks, mate.
Oh, I'm going to cry now. Right. I love you lots. Thank goodness we got on as well. Sorry we were late, everyone. I really hope you've enjoyed that. I genuinely hope everyone has the most amazing Christmas and New Year and they get to spend it with some loved ones. It's looking rocky again out there. So let's all just look after each other. Sending big Christmas love to you all. So have a good one. Take care.